Good evening. What I'd like to talk about tonight is people doing their own work, their own root work. And the past couple of days and a couple of weeks, I guess you could say, I received phone calls from people who have did work for themselves, on themselves, and it basically blew up in their face. They're having strange issues around their home, feeling energies around them that they don't want, that don't want to feel. In one case, they took the altar down that they made, boxed it, and said, I uninvite you from my home, and threw it in a dumpster. That is not correcting the situation. If anything, that may just make it even worse. If you started working with an energy, a spirit, a voila, you just can't uninvite them once you bring them in. And if you can't control said energy, you shouldn't have did it in the first place. Received another call. Well, it was a text, actually. I didn't talk to the people offhand. Uh, Basically, it said, we got a voodoo book, and we're going to do money magic on ourselves. Okay? And I asked them, I said, you're going to perform the magic, or you're asking me to? No, we're going to do it on our own. Well, I'm not giving you free advice. And just because you got the book doesn't mean you have the keys to the executive washroom. Only thing I could say at the end of the text was make damn sure you do everything right. Just because you have the book doesn't mean that you understand what's going on. I tell many of people, you can sit down from a Monday to a Sunday in front of your laptop and type in how to fly 747. It will give you all the information you need from pre-flight, walk-around check, pressure on the gauges, everything else. Tell you what speed you need to lift, pull the stick back, and add power to take off. But do you feel comfortable enough to do that? No, because you'll crash right into the ground. Just because you have information doesn't mean you know how to work it. If you had a tumor in your body, would you try to cut it out yourself? Hell no. I understand these days and times everybody's trying to save money, but there's some things you really shouldn't skimp on. And I'm quite sure it's not only myself. It may be other root workers that's getting calls like this, and I understand. But when you're going to do something like the first example I gave, the energy in the house is not doing what they ask, doing whatever they want, just off the wall things, and to grab everything off the altar, box it, and invite you, and then go throw it in a dumpster. Well, I guess I'm happy you're still alive. You just can't do that. You're going to wind up with more trouble. And after a few days passed, they still text me about, things going on in their home. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, as far as any root worker coming and fixing somebody's problem that didn't come from them, and it doesn't have to be me, it could be anybody. No, because I don't know what doors you opened. I don't know what you invited in. Just because you're trying to connect with an energy or a spirit doesn't mean that's the one you're connecting with. And there's all kind of spirits negative standing by the portal waiting to step in. And they're not going to introduce themselves as who they truly are to you. And, I can tell by their text, they're kind of heartbroken. Well, that's like you rebuilding the engine in your car. You start it up, drive a block down the street, and the engine blows up, throws parts all over the road. You tow it to a mechanic shop. Or two things are going to happen. One, they're going to say, take the shit out of here because I'm not, fixing your trouble. I don't know what you did. Or two, I'll be happy to rebuild it, and this is the price. You would not ask somebody to do something like that for free. If you're at work and you're told by your manager, once you clocked out, look, I'm gonna need you to stay 4 more hours, but don't clock back in. It's, you're just gonna do it. You're gonna pitch a bitch. You can't walk into Walmart and discuss prices. So if you're not sure what you're doing, you shouldn't do it. Simple as that. Come to me, come to anybody else. That's your choice. But just doing something on your own, and then it's going way south, and now you need somebody to come bail you out and rescue you. Even the government pays their people to go in and rescue people. So I don't see why it's any different here. Like I said, we have no idea what you've done, have no idea who you conjured, you no idea who you brought in. And now, we involved in it. No. I can cause enough trouble in my own life without any help from anybody else. And while we're on the subject of that, even if you have a root worker do work for you, you need to have the energy to complete the work. That's why it's called root work. The worker puts everything in the work that needs to be done, and then when it gets to the client, it's up to you to put your full intentions and energy into that to get it going. Several times I've had clients call me up, I got movement and everything, and 2-3 weeks later they call, I'm so depressed. I understand depression. I really do. It's real. Hell, we all go through depression. But as I try to explain to them about the spirit you're working with, the energy you're working with, if I took you and put you in a room and locked the door and didn't feed you or water you, you're going to get weak, and then you're going to die. Same thing with the spirit you're working with. If you're not putting out your energy for what you want, it's going to take forever. And the clients who, go after what they want, they get what they want. Things manifest faster for them. I got a client now, he's getting manifest, just it's beginning to pop off for him. And because he's doing everything that needs to be done. And as far as, texting your worker, how it looks on your end, update. I already said this about 8 times before. You ought to be calling me or texting me, telling me to update on your end. You're there to complete the work. Now, you may get salty and feel some kind of way about that, but that's how the rules are. Many a times, and I've heard other people say it, especially like love work, we don't want that person. You do. It's not my intentions to bring that person to my door. The work is done to go out there and get the person and work on them, but it's your intentions and your energy to bring them back to you. So you need to have the energy to perform the work. And it's a 50-50 run. 50% for the worker, 50% for you. But the final phrase comes from you and not the worker. Asking for updates and what it looks like on your end or what you see. Like I said many times before in many of back videos, I'm not a seer. I wasn't blessed like that. You need to be telling me your update. Have you been still lighting your candles and doing this? I didn't know I had to keep doing that. You remember the thing on TV a while back, years ago, called Set It and Forget It? This is not a set it and forget it oven. What you put into it, what you're going to get back. That's how it works. And you can't be salty to anybody but yourself when shit don't pop off the way you want to. Magic is not an app. We are so used to having things at our fingertip. Order food, DoorDash at your house. Order something from Amazon 2 days later at your house. I ain't got no money. Stimulus check at your house. Right now, people done, got the government on these payroll protection programs. The government's coming back looking for their money now. And a lot of people standing there with their mouth wide open thinking it was for free. And it wasn't. They give you $20,000 in a payroll protection program. You're supposed to have a job, and that money was supposed to go to keep your job afloat during the coronavirus. And don't ever think that the stimulus checks are free. They're going to pull higher taxes, federal taxes, off everybody who got checks. The government going to want their money back. It's the same thing what it says in the Bible. You can read the Bible from start to finish, the Quran start to finish, the Torah. There's nowhere in those 3 books it says Forgiveness Day. It's called Judgment Day. So everything has a yin and a yang. And I hate to see people do work for themselves and it just blows up in their face. And I said a couple of times before, I've had people call me a few years back. I think the young man was in New York or something like that. Ran down all the altars he had in his house. And he had energies working together on his house that wasn't congruent with each other and was wondering why shit was happening to him. And I told him point blank, I'm surprised you're still alive. I try not to tell people what it is because you get all sad then. But you just can't keep putting and putting and putting and putting. I mean, it's like a water pipe. You put enough pressure on a plastic water pipe, it is going to burst. And if you're not sure what you're doing, don't keep doing it. I'm sorry, I gave the young lady my price to help her clean her mess up. I don't have that right now. I understand that, but, I don't know what to tell you. You did something wrong, and now you have the energy of the spirit in your house just doing what they want. Got you afraid, then yanked the altar down, put it in a box, threw it in the dumpster, talking about, I don't invite you. That probably didn't help. What's the old saying? You just poured salt in your wound? No. So you need to watch what you're doing. If you ain't sure, don't do it, because it ain't gonna work. You got a 50-50 shot of what's gonna happen. Absolutely nothing, or it's not gonna go the way you want to go. And I've gave examples like that for Saint Expedite. You got to be very careful of how you word your petition. I can't confirm the stories that's come through the pipe that they say about it. The young man asked for his girlfriend and stopped seeing other men. She supposedly got in a bad accident. She was paralyzed from the waist down. No more sexual gratification. I think it was another lady asking for money to pay her bills and stuff like that. She get a call 2 days later, one of her aunts died and left her money. You got to watch what you're wishing for. You got it, but look how you got it. So if you haven't been born around this and have a general idea of what's going on, I wouldn't. Buying a book ain't going to help you. Buying a book ain't going to help you because you have no idea who wrote the goddamn book. You might have got the best person in the world, knows what they're telling you, and you just got somebody that's tapping off on their keyboard on their laptop. I'd rather see nothing happen than some of the strange stories I've been getting the last couple of weeks. And I knew one root worker years ago, and they got involved of cleaning up a mess of a young man, and come to find out it wasn't the energy that young man thought he was working with. It was a pure demon. And he's still wearing the scars today of that battle, cleaning up somebody's mess. And then you drop a price on them. Oh, I don't know about it. Well, guess what? I don't have going bumping the night in my house. I'm not getting a creepy feeling in my house. So, and I've been torn with the idea. I understand people want things done. I understand people may not have the money now. But, you know, you wouldn't do it for free. You wouldn't. No matter what you say, you wouldn't do it for free. You don't work for free if you got a job. I don't. When I was punching the clock somewhere, no. Put me back on time or something. No, nobody does anything for free. And you shouldn't be asking other people because it's embarrassing and it's insulting the other person. So I don't know if they got a lot of websites all over, eBay, places like that. People sell spells and stuff from other countries and things. And I've read some of them and looked at them and was like, how is this supposed to happen? How? I mean, if you connected with that kind of power, you wouldn't be worrying about, those kind of spells. If you had that kind of power to push out, you'd be a multi-millionaire. So, I don't know. Checking the information box below. I may put something in there for this time until things get kind of straight. Not saying anything about my regular work. Does not go. It's the same thing. You call me and I don't feel that what you're asking for. It's my regular price. But just check. I may put some things down there like money work for a certain amount, some love work, certain amount, and just package everything up, send it to you, and give you a rundown of what to do and how to do it. And you save them a couple of $100 from the other way, because my basic work starts at $550 and it goes up for anything you want. But don't use that and try to get the cheap side on it, and it's not what you need. You're just trying to save money. That's like when people call me, I'm shopping around for prices. Click. Look, you shop around for car prices, big screen TV prices, phone prices, home prices. You don't shop around for magic. Shopping around for prices. The best thing I can tell you to do is take $10 or $20, go to your local church, pay the old ladies behind the counter, buy a candle, light it, go sit down in the church and say some prayers. That's the cheapest I know how to do it. So I don't know what else to tell you about that one. But back again, it's your intentions. If your intentions ain't there, or you relying on somebody to complete everything for you, it's not going to work like that. It's not. It's not. That's why it's called root work. You got to do your end. And I understand about being depressed about something. I understand that. Believe me, I do. Like I said, we all go through depression, all of us, behind something. But if you're not putting the proper energy out to the spirits that are working with you, you're not giving them anything to work with. They're just going to grow weaker and weaker. So if you're depressed, you're not even sure, no matter who you got to work from, if it's going to work. If you're depressed like that, even a couple of weeks before that, if you're all happy because you've seen movement and you slump back into depression. And asking, update how it looks on your end. No, you need to be calling your root work. It don't have to be me and telling them what's the update on your end. Not ours, yours. So I just want to run that down. I'm sorry that some things happen to people. They didn't mean to have it happen, but it happened, and now they stuck with it. And giving them advice of what to do, deep in your heart, they're going to screw that up too. They don't understand what's going on. They're going to screw what you're telling them up too. So I don't know how far in the hole this young lady got with throwing everything in a dumpster. It didn't happen because she's still saying weird ass shit's happening around the house. I hope everything go all right for the lady doing the money work from a voodoo book she bought. I hope that goes right for her. But if you hadn't, like I said, if you hadn't been around this in your life or raised around this or have a general idea of what's going on, you shouldn't fuck with it. Plain and simple. You shouldn't fuck with it. Like I said, you wouldn't remove a tumor out your own body. So I don't know why you're trying to take the cheap way with something that may screw you up. And then your mouth dropped open when the worker, myself, or somebody else tells you this is the cleanup price, and your mouth hit the floor. You should have thought about that before you started something that you knew deep in your heart you couldn't do. Like I said, I'm sorry for the people. I really am. I feel bad for them. But I'm not going to be brought into something. I have no idea what the hell's going on. I have no idea. You telling me who you're supposed to be working with. I don't know if you're working with, I don't know what portal you opened up and brought in. So don't be cheap. You know, if you need something done, don't be cheap and try to do it yourself. Keep your energy up. You got to have the strength to finish your work. Quit relying on somebody else to do everything for you. Because the worker's intention goes into the work. It's the client's intention is to finish that work up and help get what they want. And it aggravates me because, you know, I seen your videos. Well, you must have missed those 8 I said. You know, I'm not a seer, so don't be asking me what I see. And you need to be working on your end and telling me what's the updates on your end. So this is a weird time right now. And like I said, everything's being handed to everybody. It's too simple. It is. I can do that. Okay, whatever. And then when the shit hit the fan, let me call him. Or let me call her. And then, you know, you don't hear on the other end, oh my God, I'll be glad to help you. Don't worry. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So think about what you need to do and think about if you can finish what you start. And if you don't think you can do it, deep down in your heart, don't start it. If you've never been around this, a book ain't going to help you. Yeah, Google is your friend. But you don't know who's putting the information on that other end. You don't know. And now you in the world are hurt, not the person who put the thing on Google with the information of how to do this, do that, do that. I said that a long time ago in one of my videos. You want a protection spell. You go to Google, Google's your friend, you get all the information off it, you do it X, Y, Z. And I said, if you feel like confident, go jump that wooden fence at your neighbor house and see what those 2 big ass rock walls gonna do. You know, let me know how that worked out for you. If you're that confident that it worked, go ahead. But so I don't know. Check when the video comes through. Just hit the information box if I put some work in there, spells in there to try to help people out. But you're not going to get, you know, the Chase Diamond Black card with that. You get what's needed for the love work or the money work. I'm not even going to attempt to sell black magic work. And you get the instructions of what to do. And you pat it on your butt and you move on your way. See how it works. And you're going to find out, you know, damn, it's my intentions to do this. Yeah, because the worker's intentions are what that work you have in your hand. So I just wanted to get with this and just see what happens with it. So as always, I thank you. Like, share, and subscribe.